Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Nakikia Wilson, aka Coach. Keep it moving. How are y'all doing on this Monday evening? Give you a few moments to get in. Come on in here and listen to me talk to you for a little bit. See if I can't get my phone to do right. Ooh. For a little bit. All right, so here we go. I got to be able to see how I'm doing and making sure I can respond to folk. Been having a little technical difficulties. Lord have mercy. The internet wants to go slow. And yes, I paid my bill, pay it every month on time. I don't know what's going on, but hey, it is what it is. And we're going to do what I do best. Keep it moving. I want everybody to go ahead and get their tea. I got me some tea. Whatever kind of tea you want, you could get you some hot tea. You drink cold tea or no tea. Maybe you want coffee. Maybe you want water. Maybe you want whatever you want to drink. But go get you something to sip on because you might get a little parched. I know I do because I talk so much. So gotta have a little bit of something to drink with me. But honey, listen. Let me just first say, Shayna may or may not, Doc Shayna, may or may not be joining tonight. She might pop in. She had another obligation, very important, and I'm proud. Can't wait for her to talk about her new opportunity and what she's doing. It's wonderful. So she may come in a little later if I'm still on here, doing what I do best, which is talk. But I wanted to come on anyway because the mental tea serving still has to be given to you. Because that's what I do, serve you some mental tea. And so tonight, listen, like I said, most of the shows will be pretty much off the cuff, but always centered around mental and emotional health or wellness, especially as it relates to our everyday lives. It just any situation. It could be with children, it could be with our parents, it could be with our jobs, it can be with friendships, relationships, marriages, anything that can be affected by our mental and emotional well-being. So today, honey, I've just been floored. I look at TikTok. Mostly I like TikTok because of the funny videos that I come across. And TikTok can be dangerous, and the fact that it will have you, especially if you're someone like me. I get insomnia most nights, and I just have a hard time going to sleep. Now, I sleep better in the daytime, but of course I have to work in the daytime. But so at night I'm up, and my brains are the wheels are just turning and spinning. So if I'm not doing something productive like with work, I'm trying to just relax or change my mood or whatever. TikTok, because I love to laugh. So I find a lot of funniness on TikTok. So I love TikTok for that reason. Um, but there are times when whew, I come across these TikToks where I'm baffled and I'm like, the audacity of some of the things that people say, some of the things that people do, like this whole crate challenge thing. Y'all crazy. What in the hell will possess y'all to stack up some crates to look like the pyramids of Egypt on unlevel ground most times and climb to the tippity top and half of y'all busting your asses? Had a classmate reach out on Facebook, say, we are getting a lot of people coming to the facility, the hospital, with broken bones and broken this and broken that, busted lips, and just, fortunately, I haven't heard anybody who has come to their demise. God knows, I hope I don't hear that, because it could have been prevented. But yeah, that is the type of thing that that baffles me. Like things like those type of challenges. Like I wouldn't dare climb my fluffy hind part up some unstable. First of all, I might bust through the first one. I'm 210 pounds of love. I'm going through a crate. Because if they can't hold steady, it's it. It's over for me. I'm going through it. I ain't gonna make it to the second level. I'm not even gonna make it to the tip top. I'm going through them. And I've seen some people a little bit more fluffier than I trying these. I just, y'all help me understand it. Anyway, but that's what I'm saying. Some stuff like that just baffles me. The things that people do, the things that people say, the questions that are asked. One of the questions, and it's all going through TikTok, and I saw that thing today, and it almost made one of my locks just like, did this? And let me just say, he was a fine. He was fine, honey. He was pretty. But the audacity of what he said about why women are single. Now I'm paraphrasing, because what I'm getting at is the emotional insecurities that I clearly saw in this fine piece of man. Woo! He was just beautiful. But after he opened his mouth, he was a little ugly self. Oh, he became a little ugly self. He need a hashtag gone somewhere now. Hashtag little ugly self. I never in my days, well, maybe I have, but I just can't believe it was recorded to be viewed over and over and over again. Now, I don't know if any of you were able to see that, but honey, I'm going to share it because I want people to help me, especially my Black and brown brothers. Now, I'm a single woman by choice. Not because I'm angry with somebody or because I want to talk down about somebody or whatever. Because when I do that, I'm only expressing my own emotional insecurities. And I ain't trying to do that. I talk about them enough. I think most people know. But I don't want to deflect that onto someone else. This fine lesson of just so disappointed. Just disappointed. His mama ought to be just. I'm gonna play. Oh God, help me! I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play it. Let me see if I can pull it up. Y'all know I'm a little technically challenged. So give me a minute, and if y'all put me a message, thumbs up, happy face, something in the chat that says you can hear me, because my ears on the other side, she's not with me right now. So, but I want to play this, and let me try to play it from the beginning. And y'all, please share your opinions and help me out. Let's discuss this really quickly. Let me get it up for you. Hold on. And I bet you look at your all right, let me see if I can get it from the beginning. All right.
Now, Clash, y'all know damn well I was not gonna let this one slide. Why is it that even beautiful women, bad bitches, are single today? It's simple. Feminism. Feminism taught you one that you a queen. You God's gift to this earth. You the prize. No, the fuck you ain't. No, you ain't. You ain't a queen. You ain't never gonna be my queen because you ain't my mother. You don't love me unconditionally. You love me under conditions. And the problem is that I'm a man. I'm a leader. I'm the toxic asshole guy. The tool, right? Because when we go out, right? You expect me to take care of you, right? When we go out, I pay for you. Good. We go to the store. Hey, get some shoes. You good.
Did I bring it on? Did I bring it on? It don't look like I brought it on, bro. Give me a second.
That's the problem.
I'm gonna
don't expect me to chase you and beg you and get on my knees, bro. I'm not submissive.
Can y'all see this video?
And then what happens is, I don't want to be with that. He's toxic. He's bad. Your friends tell you he's a bad guy, right? Then you go be with the nice guy and you end up cheating on him or leaving him because he's weak. He don't make you feel nothing. He don't blow the back. That's the problem. You're the problem. You're delusional. Number one, I knew you was.
All right, so I let me. You can't see it. Okay, that's what I needed to know. So I'm gonna play it. But let me. I don't know if you recognize the video or not. But look, I really want to play this video because bruh. Let me see if I can try this another way because I am adamant about sharing this here because it needs. Let me try this right here. Oh yeah, y'all gonna get this here. Oh yes, y'all gonna get this here. But I want to have this conversation about this because I just really think it's important to have this conversation because I mean, in all fairness, I know that this young man is not the only one who feels this way, but he is so unfortunate because like the audacity, like who hurt you? Like what happened in your childhood to make you think that this was even, okay to say? Like what? Like are you serious right now? Like this no. But I listened to, I don't know if y'all know, his name is Daniel J. And I listened to his take on this young man here, and wow, I mean everything that he said, I don't think I could have said better. But let me see. No. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. All right, I'm trying, y'all, because I know I'm having a whole bunch of technical stuff going on, but we gonna do this here. We gonna do it. Yes, we are. And I ain't gonna say the name of Jesus, but we gonna do this because this is something that I really feel like we need to discuss. Why is that coming up? All right, here we go. Now you ought to be able to.
Well, I was not gonna let this one slide. Why is it that even beautiful women, bad bitches, are single today? It's simple. Feminism. Feminism taught you one that you a queen. You God's gift to this earth. You the prize. No, the fuck you ain't. No, you ain't. You ain't a queen. You ain't never gonna be my queen because you ain't my mother. You don't love me unconditionally. You love me under conditions. And the problem is that I'm a man. I'm a leader. I'm the toxic asshole guy. The tool, right? Because when we go out, right? You expect me to take care of you, right? When we go out, I pay for you. Good. We go to the store. Hey, get some shoes. You good? I got you. But when I tell you to do something, do it. That's the problem. Don't expect me to chase you and beg you and get on my knees, bro. I'm not submissive. I'm dominant. And then what happens is, I don't want to be with that. He's toxic. He's bad. Your friends tell you he's a bad guy, right? Then you go be with the nice guy and you end up cheating on him or leaving him because he's weak. He don't make you feel nothing. He don't blow the back. That's the problem. You're the problem. You're delusional. Number one, I knew you was out of there when you started talking about feminism like it was a goddamn 2021 invention, not knowing it date back to the 1800s, research upon research, which brings me to number two. What is your beef with feminism, man? Because, the feminist movement started around the women's suffrage, which was literally where they rallied around equality and progression for women in terms of getting the vote. Which brings me to number three. Is your beef with feminism caught up and you want to prove that you dominant and not submissive, therefore you have to prove your dominance by dominating women? Let me know. Number four, it sounds like you really want to date your mama, and this reminds me of something I learned when I was in therapy called the Oedipus complex. My brother, you had this fear for the opposite sex parent, and I bet you look at your dad like a rival or whatever. Anyways, you should go to therapy and seek some type of counseling, but it's complex that you have. It's actually a lot more common than we believe, too, which brings me to number five, though. Did you think you was cooking when you said your mother loved you unconditionally and they loved you with conditions, man? Did you think you was cooking when you said that? Number six, though, man, we sprinkle a little bit of intersectionality in this. We understand how women of color have had many different critiques and criticisms of feminism. If you want to talk some shit about feminism, you probably should have went that route. Instead, though, you decide to use your fragile masculinity and talk about your way of courting women and how they better be submissive to you. That's wild. And then my last point, let's be real, man. Once a dude started criticism talking about some bitches, we know this criticism is going to be off. Goddamn.
Okay. All right. So my computer want to stick. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute here. Hold on, everybody. My computer is spinning. So, of course, it is stuck. All right, y'all, give me just a second to get this computer going right because it is stuck. It is very stuck. And it looks like it's still recording everything I'm saying, but I'm looking at you guys on Facebook and see me, but I also see my computer spinning and not moving. I tell you. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Look at that. Look at that. If I lose y'all, I'll be back. Because this is absolutely nuts. But this is what happens when you go live and you're having technical difficulties. It's all good. This is beyond my control, and nothing I can do except try to fix it. Look at me frozen all on the phone. I'm frozen. All right, I'll be back. Yeah, I tell you. Let me see if I can get myself back. All right. Woo! Child, I had to go and I'm back. I'm back. We're gonna see how this works, honey, because I had to reboot and read everything. I mean, the whole computer just said, and we just gonna, But anyway, beyond my control, I can only do what I can do, and I'm back. Regardless, I'm gonna serve this tea one way or the other. If I got to go live on my phone or however, StreamYard wanted the trip. I can't really blame StreamYard. It might be my internet. I don't even know. But that's Spectrum for you. Y'all need to do something. I pay too much money a month for this right here to be happening. Anywho, so I'm back. I'm not sure. I'm not sure um, how much of the video, if at all, you were able to see. But I wanted to share it, so I'm gonna do it again. It is what it is. I'm gonna do it again because I think it's worth sharing again because I want to have a conversation about it because I think this fine young man who's now made me very disappointed. I'm very disappointed in how he just hurt my poor little soul. But anyway, that's his experience. Those are his thoughts and those are his opinions and whatnot. I'm sure he gets women just because the fact he's just pretty, and because clearly there is no substance to him. There are too many emotional insecurities that you can quite see from what he's saying and how he's actually presenting his experiences in what he's saying, honey. You they call us angry. This young man, somebody done pissed in his daggone cereal. His mama, his auntie, somebody, his ex. I don't know. He got a baby mama or whatever. But somebody rubbed him the wrong way, and his whole mindset and the way he thinks about why women are single, good, beautiful women are single, and how they should operate, especially when dealing with child, the monstrosities and what he was saying. That's just my opinion. Now, I'm open to all opinions. I'm open to whatever you have to say, your viewpoints on what this young man has said, and also what the other young man said against what he the pretty boy was saying. I mean, it's just I'm baffled, honey, just baffled. But here we go.
Now, class, y'all know damn well I was not gonna let this one slide. Why is it that even beautiful women, bad bitches, are single today? It's simple. Feminism. Feminism taught you one that you a queen. You God's gift to this earth. You the prize. No, the fuck you ain't. No, you ain't. You ain't a queen. You ain't never gonna be my queen because you ain't my mother. You don't love me unconditionally. You love me under conditions. The problem is that I'm a man. I'm a leader. I'm the toxic asshole guy. The tool, right? Because when we go out, right, you expect me to take care of you, right? When we go out, I pay for it. You good. We go to the store, hey, get some shoes. You good. I got you. But when I tell you to do something, do it. That's the problem. Don't expect me to chase you and beg you and get on my knees, bro. I'm not submissive. I'm dominant. And then what happens is, I don't want to be with that. He's toxic, he's bad. Your friends tell you he's a bad guy, right? Then you go be with the nice guy and you end up cheating on him or leaving him because he's weak. He don't make you feel nothing. He don't blow the bag. That's the problem. You're the problem. You're delusional. Number one, I knew you was out of there when you started talking about feminism like it was a goddamn 2021 invention, not knowing it date back to the 1800s, research over research, which brings me to number two. What is your beef with feminism, man? Because you know the feminist movement started around the women's suffrage, which was literally where they rallied around equality and progression for women in terms of getting the vote. Which brings me to number 3. Is your beef with feminism caught up and you want to prove that you dominant and not submissive, therefore you have to prove your dominance by dominating women? Let me know. Number 4, it sounds like you really want to date your mama, and this reminds me of something I learned when I was in therapy called the Oedipus complex. My brother, you had this weird possession of sexual desires for the opposite sex parent, and I bet you look at your dad like a rival or whatever. Anyways, you should go to therapy and seek some type of counseling for this complex that you have. It's actually a lot more common than we believe too, which brings me to number 5 though. Did you think you was cooking when you said your mother loved you unconditionally and they love you with conditions, man? Did you think you was cooking when you said that? Number 6, though, man, we sprinkle a little bit of intersectionality in this. We understand how women of color have had many different critiques and criticisms of feminism. If you want to talk some shit about feminism, you probably should have went that route. Instead, though, you decided to use your fragile masculinity and talk about your way of courting women and how they better be submissive to you. That's wild. And in my last point, let's be real, man. Once a dude started his criticism of feminism talking about some bitches, we know this criticism is going to be off. Goddamn. Now, Clash, y'all know, damn.
Okay, so I'm here for the comments. I'm here for the opinions. I'm here for whatever you have to say, because I know what I just saw was a whole bunch of the most toxic display of an attitude and behavior that I've seen from a male. His thinking is so distorted, and this is my opinion. I'm open to other viewpoints. I'm open to other people's perceptions. I am. Help me see something different other than toxic and negative. The energy from this young man took all the good looking, nice looking, all that. Ooh, it turned me. Ugh. Like that right there. Tell me how that is. Tell me how what he said is okay. Help me understand what he said. Help me see his viewpoint. Help me understand it, because from what I saw, my experience is leading me to believe it very toxic to be in a relationship with someone like him, because he states, I'm gonna kind of paraphrase. There's some things that he stated. He's dominant, not submissive. He ain't getting on his knees and begging. Now I understand you don't have to get on your knees and beg. You shouldn't have to do that for anybody. You shouldn't have to do that for anybody. But the way what he said leading to that leads me to believe it's not about submission per se. It's about him needing control, him trying to stroke his ego, him trying to talk himself up to make himself feel better. That's why he's saying the things that he's trying to make himself feel better. My thing is, why would a person want to control and manipulate another human being? Why? Because it's apparent you don't want to be controlled and manipulated. So why do you feel that it's right to control and manipulate someone else? So You saying I'm dominant, not submissive, says to me you are a controlling, insecure, manipulative soul. And to be in a relationship with you would not be healthy. You probably don't. I don't believe this young man has a healthy relationship with himself. And I would dare to say that probably many of his relationships, whether they be with his parents or his siblings or whoever he's around, I'm sure there's a level of toxicity in being in a relationship with him on any level, whether that be friend, whether that be child, he parent or whatever, whether that be he the boyfriend or the husband, or he's the son of a mom and a dad, brother of whatever. To be in any type of relationship with him would be toxic. From just, in my opinion, from what he's saying, I just, honey, that right there was like, pump the brakes. He he don't even have a healthy relationship with himself the way he has to describe. I'm a dominant. I'm dominant. You know, I'm the man. If I take you out and buy you some shoes, you supposed to do what I say. Shut up, do what I say. Nigga. As my brother would say, excuse me, Facebook, for the sensitive people, go on now. Go on somewhere now. Because this is mental tea. Gone somewhere now. Hashtag. Gone somewhere now. Hashtag with your little ugly self. Gone. Because I'm going to say what I want to say. Now, again, I'm open to dialogue. I'm open to other people's opinions and observations on this here matter. But from what I'm saying what I'm saying. Now, help me see something different, and I will stand corrected, or I'll go, oh, I didn't see it that way. I'm open-minded, open-hearted. I'm good because I have a healthy level of emotional security now. I didn't used to. I'm gonna just be. I did not used to. But honey, today, don't play. That boy need help. He needed Shayna, Doc Williams. You need to come get him, find him, let him cross your couch because he got some problems. He gonna be he a problem for himself, and I'm sure he's a problem for somebody else. Second thing he says, women love with conditions. What the hell did he just predict? What did he just present? He approached with conditions. If I do this and do that, if I buy you shoes, if I cover when we go out to eat, if I do this and that and the other, do what I say. Shut up and do what I say. Is that a condition? It sounds like conditions to me. And if I'm wrong, somebody tell me I'm wrong. Because it sounds like he presented with some conditions. He ain't getting on his knees and begging. If you want to be in a relationship with him and you want him to do this, that, and the other, you got to shut up and do what I say. Do what I tell you. Huh? Boy, bye. He says, my thing is this. I'm just not even gonna keep talking about what he said because y'all can go and watch what he said. Paul Baby needs to address those emotional insecurities that he has. There are plenty. Plenty! Plenty. I'm sure he's undiagnosed with something. I'm sure. But he got some built up anger towards somebody, whether they be pretty ugly. Some woman then left this man hurting and leading him to believe that he got to control somebody in order to feel secure in himself. Because you notice I'm dominant. He got to talk himself up to make himself feel bad. So he's talking himself up while he trying to talk other people down, women in particularly down, so he can feel better about being a man. Bro, a real female, a woman who is secure, and it's not, hey, to be clear, There's still a lot of us out there, females, who are hurting, who are very mentally and emotionally insecure and have not yet handled those things which they are insecure about. Therefore, like men, women doing the same thing, carrying those insecurities into relationships that turn out to be very unhealthy. One, because they haven't had a healthy relationship with themselves. How do I know? I did it. So I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. I'm talking and I'm telling you what I know. I did it. Ignorance is not bliss, but I did it. I know now that I did it. So I'm not trying to do that again. I'm trying to help other people recognize that it's okay to talk about emotional insecurities. It's okay. But what it's not okay to do is deflect those emotional insecurities onto other people. That ain't okay. Because it just it's a snowball effect. Because one insecurity leads to other insecurities, and your insecurities add to the person you're with insecurities. And all those insecurities, and then you have offspring. You have cheering. We have cheering Jesus, but we still haven't handled or resolved our emotional insecurities. And guess what we do? We raise insecure children because they don't do nothing but mimic us. Believe it or not, they become products of their environments. They learn toxic behaviors. We teach them these behaviors, we show them these attitudes, and then we send our children off to be adults, and they go out in the world with what we gave them, which is some of our baggage. They got some of our baggage, and then they go out and they have their own baggage. And guess what? The baggage just continues to grow and grow into a landfill of mental and emotional mess. Hence, that young man, mental and emotional utter mess. That's what that was, bro. Um, and another thing, I said that I just wonder. I'm sure he's not the only one that feels that way. So I'm not just actually, singling him out. He just happened to post the video. So, hey, you get used. Because I'm sure if I post something and people will have an opinion on it and they want to talk about it, just like these videos, honey, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody pull it up and start having their own conversation. It'd be all right with me. Because, hey, I'm secure enough to say, yeah, I said it. Tell me why what I said could be thought about differently. I'm okay with that. I'm fine. I'm good. But this young man, this brother, I hope he don't have offspring. And if he do, we need to start praying for them now. I hope he is not in a relationship, because if he is, I'm sure she or he. I'm gonna say probably she, because he sound like he talking to women. Then again, I don't know. Whoever he in a relationship, if he's in one, it can't be healthy. I would stand on the fact that I'm willing to put down a piece of change on it. That whatever relationship he's in, it ain't healthy. Mentally or emotionally, it ain't healthy. It might not be healthy physically, because he said he wanted to blow the back out. Man, why you want to blow something? Why you want to put somebody what? And why you think that's the only thing that make a relationship? That ain't substance. It's a good part of the relationship, ain't gonna lie. But that ain't the meat. Pardon the pun. That ain't the meat. That ain't the meat. That ain't the meat of the relationship. Okay, again, no pun intended. No pun intended. Woo, honey, because he's blowing somebody's back out with his meat. Because he thinks that's Hey, if he doing that, you gotta do what he say, cause he's putting it down. Bull gone somewhere, sat down somewhere. Well, anyway, I wanted to share that video. I look, I'm looking forward to some feedback from some gentlemen. I promise you, I won't get upset. I'm open to all opinions and what men are actually thinking about, women, and particularly black women. And I'm not saying, hey, to my white friends, my Latinos, my Hispanics, hey, I'm just speaking in my realm. So, but if you have some input or something you want to say, please, it's the floor is open. The floor is open. Please, by all means, come and serve. Come and serve some of your tea. I'm willing to sip. I might have to put a little sugar in it because some of y'all don't make no good tea now. I'm from the South. I like sugar in my tea. But come on, serve some of your tea. I'm open to it. Come on here. But I wanted to share that because that one did not sit too well on Fluffy. It just did not. And like I said, I could recognize the insecurity in all seriousness. I recognize that there's a level of mental and emotional insecurity that this young man has. It's very unfortunate, and what he says is it can be hurtful um, to women. It's like I really wonder if he has a sister, his aunties, his grandma. I wonder how his mother feels about his opinion. Like, what if he has a daughter? Like, is this how he would want his baby girl? Is this how he would want a male to treat his daughter? I know damn well I wish somebody would. My son, mm-mm. Michael is not that type of person, first of all. We ain't raising these kids to be like that. My daughters know. Don't accept. They know how their daddy is. They've got a good representation of how a male should be. Now, granted, Michael and I are not married anymore. We cool. We cool. That's my dude, okay? Um, and that's how we choose to be. So my kids have a good example of how, even if it don't work out how it should be, how a man should be towards a female, and a female should be towards a man in a healthy way. Like, really? Like, I would never go out and say anything derogatory about him to the kids. And I don't think I've not heard it. I'm going to just say that because you never know what a person would do. I'm telling you, I'm not doing it. I'm 100% certain that he's never said anything derogatory to the kids about me. Now he might say she get on my nerves, and he get on mine too. But that is the extent of the negative per se. But us saying it and how we act in the presence of each other and in the presence of our kids is different. It's like, now mama said you get on her nerves, and daddy said you get on his nerves. But y'all in here playing games, or y'all drinking twisted tea, or y'all looking at, okay, and but that's a healthier way to be. Like, you could be friends with people and get along and have a decent relationship without it being, man. All I can say is that young man, he just, my nerves. He there was a little trigger that I felt because I've heard this even from some of the males in my family had those same toxic thoughts and behaviors, that a woman is supposed to do what I say. If I'm doing this and I'm doing that, you got to do as I say. And on what planet? What? But I'm not a queen because you're not my mama. Well, I'm sure you don't even treat your mama like a queen by what you said, young man, young buck. as my grandma would say, young buck. You got a whole lot of laying on somebody's couch to do, young man on the TikTok. You got a lot of something that you need to get out off your chest. You need to heal from the inside out because your inside, all that what you said, all that inside is coming out to the surface and making that whole outside that I thought was pretty honey used a little ugly self now. But anyway, I look forward to hearing your comments, reading your comments. Y'all, y'all, some of y'all crazy. Texting your comments. Listen, don't be scared to come up here. If I can put myself out there and share what I'm thinking, as far as things like this, listen, come on. It's all good. I'm like I said, I'm open to conversation. But that young man, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But that young man need to be laying across somebody's couch. I think he need a few days of detox. He he needs some help. Poor baby. He needs some help. But listen, this is what I'm here for, to share some and serve up some of this here tea. But that it's so many videos that I've seen today, but I wanted to share that one. I know y'all saw the one. Most of y'all saw the one I posted in the group with the mom and the son not wanting to go back with the mom. He wanted to stay with the dad. Oh my god! But that was an hour long, so I wasn't gonna go and share. But y'all can go on to my page, Start Speaking, Stop Stigma, and look at that video and tell me what you think. Because from my opinion, that's a whole lot more toxicity, mental and emotional manipulation, and I dare to say that little boy probably was, yeah, he don't want to go back. There's a reason why he don't want to go back. I'm reading that mother's body language and looking at the husband in the background, the bodyguard. I'm like, yeah, it's some stuff going down in the house. Yeah, it's some that baby don't want to go back for now. I'm not saying he looked Mr. Perfect. I'm sure he done popped off and said stuff he wasn't supposed to say. But there's a level of anger and hurt and pain. And that little boy, if he doesn't get the mental and emotional support that he needs, he's gonna be one of them people out there talking like that young man right there because he mad at his mama. I'm just saying. Let me know if I'm wrong. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all joining and listening in. Y'all, thank you for sticking in with me with the technical difficulties. But that's what happens with technology. But I just roll with the punches and keep it moving because that's what I do. I'm Coach Keep It Moving. That's what I do. Um, but please reach out to me if you have some tea you want me to serve, something you want to talk about. If you have questions or concerns about some of your experiences mentally and emotionally in relationships, on a job, with parenting, co-parenting, just even if it's just within yourself, please reach out to the group Start Speaking Stop Stigma. You can also reach out to me at startspeakingstopstigma@gmail.com. You can reach me at Coach Wilson at kimcess.com. That's Coach Wilson at KIMCESS.com. You can also call and text 919-964-0546, especially if you're ready to start your healing journey. I can help you get there. Now, keep in mind, healing is a continuous process, but hey, I can help you get started. I can give you some of the tools and resources that you'll need. I can hold you accountable. Listen, I know what I'm talking about. I had to do it for myself. I'm still, like I said, it's a continuous process. So I'm working on me every day. I'm working on mindfulness and practicing mindfulness every day. Do I get it right every day? Nope. But I'm aware of when I need to take a step back. I'm aware of when there's a shift in my moods. I'm aware of my triggers. I can recognize them. And I can teach you how to recognize, but some people just don't. They don't know. I don't know why my mood changed. I don't know why I'm in a bad mood. I don't know why I wake up angry. I don't know why. We got to figure out there's a reason. We got to figure out if you was dreaming about something. When you woke up, somebody was on your mind, or a situation was on your mind, or if you was in a good mood, what happened at the point where your moods changed? Like, what was you doing? What were you doing when you were in a good mood, and what happened in that transition to get you to the bad mood? I can recognize what's going on with me. I can tell you right there. Woo, for me, I can be in a good mood, and if I'm thinking about like today, baby was late getting home today, so I'm like, okay, I'm getting anxious. But then I had to remember, take a step back. What did they say? They did send you a message, so you know she's gonna be late. She's gonna be all right. So hey, I had to calm down, get yourself together, get your life. Just going out there in this heat and wait for your baby to get home on the bus. So things like that, for example. But if you're ready, make sure you reach out to me in the group. I'll give you my information. I'll post it here in on the live for you to have and write down. But until next time, I appreciate you. I love y'all. I appreciate your support and for y'all rooting me on. Thank you. Just thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Until next time, y'all, no matter what, keep it moving. Peace.